Dear students, in the present lecture, we are going to learn practical approach on ESOP shares. Therefore, we are taking here practical problem on ESOP shares. That is problem number 5. What exactly given in the problem? Now, I am going to read that problem. Tej Company Limited, having authorized capital of 40,000 equity shares of rupees 40 each, issued 30,000 equity shares of rupees 48 each. The applications were received for 40,000 shares. The amounts were called as under. On application, rupees 10 per share. On allotment, rupees 20 per share including premium. On first call, rupees 10 per share. On second call, rupees 8 per share. The directors refunded the application money on 5,000 shares and adjusted that on 5,000 shares towards the allotment money due. By considering the matter given in the problem, we can analyze that matter here. Name of company is Tej Company Limited. All authorized capital of the company consist only equity shares. Here authorized capital is 40,000 equity shares of rupees 40 each. But you should consider only issued shares for taking a solution of the problem. Here issued shares are 30,000 equity shares. Face value of each share is rupees 40, but that share is issued for 48. It means that issue of shares at a premium. Issued price is 48. Face value is 40, that is deducted from 48. Remaining value is 8, termed as premium. Though shares are issued 30,000, applications were received for 40,000. So consider that 40,000 equity share while passing entry number 1 regarding application money received. Later on, we shall consider the base for making other entries, that is actual issued shares, that is 30,000 equity shares. These 48s are these rupees 48s collected in 4 installment: application, allotment, first call and second call. Premium amount is included in allotment. The board of directors, while allotting shares, selected two options. One is excess application on 5,000 shares refunded, and another is excess application on 5,000 shares adjusted towards allotment account. It means that excess application for 10,000 equity shares has been divided into two parts. One part is on 5,000 equity shares excess application money refunded, on 5,000 equity shares excess application money adjusted towards allotment account. ahead part of the problem. All the amounts were received except the following. Mr. Ganesh holding 200 shares did not pay first and second call. There are 4 stages of collection money of the share. Mr. Ganesh paid amount on application and allotment, but he didn't paid on first and second call. Mr. Dilip holding 400 shares did not pay second call. It means that Mr. Dilip had paid amount up to first call and he has not been paid second call. Here second call means final call. The directors forfeited shares held by Mr. Ganesh and Mr. Dilip and reissued 300 shares out of 600 shares forfeited. In this problem, 600 shares are forfeited, but kindly note that only 300 equity shares are issued. While passing entry about the reissue of shares, consider that matter. At rupees 33 at rupees 32 per share as fully paid. Give journal entries in the books of Tej Company Limited. So now we are concerned with the solution. Firstly, we are recording here name of the company in the books of Tej Company Limited. We have asked past journal entries, that why we have written here journal entries. We have prepared here 5 columns: serial number, particulars, LF, debit rupees and credit rupees. The column number first may be replaced as date if the date is provided in the problem. First entry about application money received. While passing entry, we are noting here or writing here equity shares because equity shares are issued. So whenever necessary, we may use equity share. First entry, application money received on 40,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each. So 40,000 multiplied by rupees 10 is equal to rupees 4 lakh we have received at the stage of application. Therefore, entry for it. Bank account debit 4 lakh to equity share application account 4 lakh. Narration for it being application money received on 40,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each. We are going to pass 2 entries about application. First entry is over. Second entry, conversion of application money into capital account. Therefore, consider here number of shares issued. So we are going to convert application money on 30,000 equity shares to capital account. So entry for it. Equity share application account debit 30,000 into rupees 10 is equal to rupees 3 lakh. Equity share application account debit 3 lakh to equity share capital account 3 lakh. Being application money on 30,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each transferred to equity share capital account. These are the 2 entries regarding application. Now we are going to pass entries about allotment. Firstly, we are showing amount due on allotment. Therefore, allotment account will be debited by considering the allotment money due per share. Here base is 30,000 equity shares. Allotment, we are calling allotment amount rupees 20 per share. 30,000 into rupees 20 is equal to 6,000. Therefore, amount due on allotment 6 lakh. Allotment account will be debited. For that purpose, we are going to pass entry as equity share allotment account debit 6 lakh. Here, while giving credit, we are considering two aspects. One aspect is capital portion and another aspect is premium portion. Premium rupees 8 per share, out of 28 gone. It means remaining amount is rupees 12 per share. 12 into 30,000 equity shares is equal to 3,60,000 as related to capital. Therefore, to equity share capital account 3,60,000 and 30,000 equity shares into rupees 8, that is amount of premium credited by rupees 2,40,000. Therefore, to equity share premium account 2,40,000. B. Allotment money due on 30,000 equity shares at rupees 2 each including premium. This is journal entry about the allotment money due. Students should kindly note that before taking allotment money, there is a need to refund excess application money. In this problem, the board of directors has decided to refund excess application money on 5,000 equity shares. Therefore, 5,000 equity shares into rupees 10, that is application money per share, is equal to 50,000. So the company had refunded 50,000 rupees. Therefore, money has gone from the business or from the company on account of application money. Therefore, entry for it. Equity share application account debit 50,000 to bank account 50,000, being excess application on 5,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each refunded. This entry number 4 is to be compared with entry number 1. Entry number 4 is completely opposite of entry number 1. Next, entry number 5, we are taking here allotment money. All allotment money received, it means rupees 6,000 received. But kindly note that excess application money on 5,000 equity shares at rupees 10 is adjusted towards allotment account. Therefore, we are giving here debit to allotment account, equity share debit to application account. Therefore, entry for it, bank account debit, equity share application account debit to equity share allotment account 6 lakh. Out of these 6 lakh, we have already received 50,000 with application. Therefore, we are giving here debit to application account, equity share application account debit 50,000, and difference between 6,000 and 50,000. Difference between 6 lakh and 50,000 is 5 lakh 50,000, that is debited to bank account. Therefore, bank account is given debit by rupees 5 lakh 50,000. It is also noted that all allotment money received. Narration for it, being allotment money received with premium and excess application money on 5,000 equity shares adjusted. We can make two entries here, but instead of taking two entries, one combined entry is taken here, and that is given number 5. Next, here we have completed two stages of our solution, that is entries about application, entries about allotment. Third stage of the solution, first call money due and first call money received. These are the two aspects we are going to relate. First aspect, that is first call money due. First call money is due on 30,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each. Therefore, 30,000 equity shares multiplied by rupees 10 is equal to rupees 3 lakh. So, first call money due. So, first call account will be given debit and capital account will be given credit. Therefore, entry for it. Equity share first call account debit 3 lakh. To equity share capital account 3 lakh. Being first call money due on 30,000 equity shares at rupees 10 each. Now we are concerned with taking first call money. Here we have shown amount due on 30,000 shares, but Mr. Ganesh held 200 shares, didn't pay first call money. That's why amount due on 30,000 equity shares, but amount actually not received on 200 shares from Mr. Ganesh. Therefore, amount received on 29,800 equity shares at rupees 10 each. Entry for it. Bank account debit 29,800 equity shares into rupees 10 is equal to rupees 2,98,000 received. So bank account debit 2,98,000. 2. That money has been received on account of first call. Therefore, to equity share first call account 2,98,000 being first call money received on 29,800 equity shares at rupees 10 each. We have completed 3 stages of collection here. Last stage, that is final stage, termed as second call. We are showing here second call money due on 30,000 equity shares at rupees 8 each. Therefore, entry for it. The amount on which we are going to show due, that account is to be debited. Equity share second call account debit 2,40,000. To equity share capital account 2,40,000. Being second call money due on 30,000 equity shares at rupees 8 each. Entry number 9. Second call money received. Also here we are also concerned with amount due on 30,000 shares, but second call money didn't paid by Mr. Ganesh and Mr. Dilip. So Mr. Ganesh held 200 equity shares, whereas Mr. Dilip held 400 equity shares. It means 200 equity shares plus 400 equity shares is equal to 600 equity shares. It means that second call money due on 30,000 equity shares, amount not received on 600 equity shares. Therefore, amount received on 29,400 equity shares. Hence, 29,400 equity shares into rupees 8 is equal to rupees 2,35,200. Therefore, we have received a amount on second call rupees 2,35,200 Therefore, we are passing entry as bank account debit 2,35,200 to equity share second call account 2,35,200 being second call money received on 29,400 equity shares at rupees 8 each. Up to this stage, we have passed 9 entries. For each stage, we have passed 2 entries. Therefore, 4 stages into 2 is equal to 8 entries, and 1 entry is passed about refund of excess application money. In this way, it makes 9 entries. Then, entry about perpetual of shares. The shares can be forfeited on account of non-payment of first and second call money here. Therefore, 600 shares forfeited, 200 equity shares of Mr. Ganesh, 400 equity shares of Mr. Dilip. So, total of it 600 equity shares. So, 600 equity shares were forfeited on account of non-payment of first and second call money. Now we are concerned with passing a journal entry about perpetual of shares. One entry requires for it. We are giving here debit to equity share capital account. In previous entries, we have not given debit to capital account anywhere. On the other hand, we have given credit to capital equity share capital account whenever necessary. So students should note that while passing entry about perpetual of shares, that capital account will be debited by considering number of shares forfeited into face value of each share. Therefore, here 600 equity shares were forfeited into face value of each share is rupees 40 into rupees 40 is equal to 600 into 40 is equal to 24,000. Therefore, entry for it equity share capital account debit 24,000. It means that capital account is given debit here. That is very important and it should be noted by the everyone. 2. Equity share first call account. Consider here actual amount not received on first call. Mr. Ganesh didn't pay first call. He held 200 shares. 200 into 10 is equal to 2000. Therefore, amount not received on first call 2000, that is credited as to equity share first call 2000. To equity share second call account. Here also we are considering number of shares forfeited 600. Amount due on second call rupees 8 per share, but that amount had not received. Therefore, 600 into 8 is equal to rupees 4,800 to equity share capital to equity share second call account 4,800. It means that here we have recorded the amount that not actually received on account of second call. Difference between debit and credit side is calculated and that is recorded as 2 share forfeited account rupees 17,200. Here difference is occurring 17,200 that is credited. Narration: being 600 equity shares forfeited on account of non-payment of first and second call money. So student should remember that pass only one entry regarding forfeiture of shares. Here forfeited shares were 600. Now we are going to pass entry about reissue of shares. Student should also remember that we are going to pass only one entry for reissue of shares. These though 600 equity shares were forfeited, but the board of directors has decided to reissue only 300 equity shares out of 600 equity shares forfeited. So while passing entry regarding reissue of shares, we are going to consider number of reissued shares, that is 300. Here 300 equity shares reissued at rupees 32 each. It means that amount realized on 300 equity shares multiplied by rupees 32 is equal to 9,600. Bank account debit 9,600. Then we are taking here pause and directly going to credit, that is to equity share capital account. While giving credit to capital account, it is necessary to consider number of shares issued 300 into face value of each share, here rupees 40. 300 into 40 is equal to 12,000. So we have given here bank account debit 9,600 and we have given credit to equity share capital 12,000. Difference between debit and credit is considered and difference is occurring to debit. Therefore, share forfeited account is debited for rupees 2,400. Into bracket, we have noted that discount on reissue of shares being out of 600 forfeited shares, only 300 shares reissued at rupees 32 each and amount received in full. Here shares reissued at a discount. That's why we have recorded here into bracket while giving debit to the share forfeited account, we recorded into bracket as discount on reissue of shares. We have passed one entry about reissue of shares. We have passed one entry about perpetual of shares. By considering these two entries, we are going to pass last entry, that is transfer entry. Here consider entry number 10 and entry number 11. In entry number 10 we have given credit to share forfeited account, and entry number 11 we have given debit to share forfeited account. By considering entry number 10 and entry number 11, we noted that also share forfeited account has less debit balance, and that difference is occurred of rupees 14,800. Therefore, here share forfeited account is debited 14,800 and that amount is transferred to capital reserve. Therefore, we are giving credit to capital reserve account for rupees 14,800. B. Balance on share forfeited account is transferred to capital reserve account. In this way, we have passed here 12 entries, 8 entries about each stage, 1 entry about refund of excess application money, 1 entry about perpetual of shares, 1 entry about reissue of shares, and 1 entry about transfer of difference occurred on share forfeited account to capital reserve account. So students, we are applying same pattern, same entries here, only we are changing the figures of amount by considering the particular problem, and we are preparing solution as per what exactly asked in the problem and what expected in solution by considering the matter provided in the problem. In this way, our presentation is over. Thank you.